Hey everyone, this is a trader investor coming to you on this last week in April 2021, where the cash equity market has just opened. And I want to take a look at a couple of possibilities that we were looking at. And let me start with IWM. IWM, I said this is an accumulation area, not a distribution area, because we've been making higher highs, and we just broke out of the recent highs. We have a gap up today that we broke out of that area. Now what I'm expecting to see is I want this test area to be a stronghold. A stronghold meaning that we will drive price up at some point, and as we drive price up maybe a little bit more, come back to retest this area and continue up. I want this area to be a really strong area where price does not close below it. It's okay if it wicks down, but nothing closes below it, and I want to see this stronghold for us to resume the uptrend. That's what I would like to see in IWM, and so far so good, because the last if we go to maybe 15-minute chart might be easier to see. If we see over the last few weeks, when IWM has a gap up, it reverses course. It has a gap up, it reverses course. It has a gap up, it reverses course. When it has a gap down, it didn't reverse course. So this is what we have seen on gap days. If there's no gap, then the 15-minute range was a good indication of where price was heading. This was really good. And then last week when Biden was speaking, the market just had a bipolar feeling, up and down, and it just cleared two sides of stops. And today we have a gap up, but I am not seeing a strong follow through of that gap up. In SPY, same thing, we have a gap up. We broke the highs of the 15-minute range. I took a position, but I had a very tight stop because this position, when I took it, is very close to the highs made on Friday. So if price didn't continue to break through those highs, then I'm not yet ready to say, oh, this is fantastic, we're ready to go. So as a result, I had a very tight stop and I got out for minimal loss. So I have yet to see what price does, right? It's always good to take small positions as things develop, and if they don't work out, we get out of those positions. Now, if we get a good area here where we're breaking the highs and we have good volume, because today volume is, as you can see, is not even average volume for the 15-minute charts. And if we look for the hourly, today's volume came right at about average at the open, and right now we're still about half of this bar's time left. We still have some volume to catch up. So there's no strong volume, so if you take positions, small positions, because things could reverse. Qs a little bit stronger today. Yes, we're broke the 15-minute range and we're staying above it. So any position here is a strong position so far. So we don't know what price does, but I still want to see this highs broken. In Qs, the thing is, we are not at all-time highs, so I feel like Qs can easily move up, whereas SPYs have this all-time high to contend with. This is why it's a little bit tricky. Diamonds really not doing much. We gapped up, we closed the gap, not fully, but a majority of it, and now we are staying below VWAP. We're staying below the 15-minute mid range, And so I don't know what the diamonds want to do yet. I want to see either they collapse here and continue long, or they go this way and we have an entry. So right now I have a good entry waiting here, but I don't have any entry on this side. I'm just waiting to see what price does. So no rush. Like I said, I took a small position and then took it for a loss because we are heading against all-time highs. If we break those all-time highs, then we're in new territory again. Until then, we'll wait and see what the market does. So I just wanted to go over real quick what the markets are doing, as about an hour and a half has gone by since the markets have opened. All right, everyone, don't forget to like this video to keep encouraging me, and I will see you in the next video. I will analyze how the markets ended today's cash hours based on what they show us as strengths or weakness in the movement. Right now it's just a small day. Right, it's an inside day. Think about this. Friday's low to high was pretty significant, and we're not at the high, we're not at the low, but we're near the high. We're just playing around in this space. It's a very small inside day, so maybe it's one of those days where we don't get a range, where we don't get a big movement. We just get to play around in this range, and tomorrow is the day where big moves happen. Whichever the case, we are ready, we've prepared, and we're ready to go when things happen. All right, everyone, take care.